Obama's secret plan for political success. That's what we're going to talk about today, his strategy for surviving the next year or two. He knows something big is coming. He knows that this economy entered its recession in the last quarter, is going to deepen the recession this quarter when his $300 billion of tax increases hit us, and will continue into recession throughout much of 2013. He even understands that there's a good possibility of a real crash taking place toward the end of 2013. So what's he going to do? How's he going to defend himself politically when he becomes the equivalent of Herbert Hoover? Well, that's what he's doing in this sequester fight. The reason he's running around the country ranting and raving about how horrible sequester is, how it's the end of Western civilization, there'll be layoffs in teachers, Head Starts, air traffic control delays, hospitals will close, all kinds of stuff is going to happen. The reason, and notifying people you're going to be furloughed and all of that, the reason he's doing all of this is not to overturn sequester. He knows he'll not do that. What he's trying to do is to set up the basis that people would believe that something major happened. There was a major budget cut. And then when the economy tanks, he can say, see, I warned you, that's what's doing it, that's sequester, that's what's going on and doing it. Sequester, by the way, is the technical term for the fallout of the budget deal that was arrived at when the debt limit was raised back in August of 2011. And at that time, they said, you guys can make these cuts now, but we want additional cuts, and if you can't negotiate it, these will take effect automatically. And it was Obama's idea back then. And it is nonsense that it's going to devastate the economy. The sequester cuts are $85 billion. His tax increases are $300 billion. $300 billion is 2% of our economy. $85 billion is less than half of 1%. The $85 billion isn't going to mean much. The $300 billion will mean everything. And Obama knows that. So he's making a big stink about this $85 billion, going completely crazy about what it's going to do to the economy, to cover up the fact that it's his $300 billion, plus the deficit and the debt and his other economic policies that are going to lead to an economic collapse and a double-dip recession. So this is a bill that's going to take effect automatically. In fact, it's scheduled to take effect today. We'll see what happens. But if Congress does nothing, it takes effect. And he's running around trying to emphasize how important it is for Congress to act to avoid it, because he knows how serious it's going to be. Now, if Congress gives in to him, which they may today, and they agree to tax increases and fewer cuts, or they kick the cuts down the road and say we won't address this until next year, he'll have won a victory. But in a way, it'll be a defeat, because he'll then be answerable for the recession that follows because of the $300 billion of taxes he's already gotten. But look through Obama's playbook. That's what he's doing, and that's why he's doing it. Thanks.